And we're going to now very quickly go through the story of perhaps the most important tank of the Second World War, and that is the M4 Sherman. Now, the M4 Sherman is what the Americans called a medium tank. As I think you'll remember Chris was talking about this morning, they were never intended to be breakthrough tanks. They were never intended to go toe-to-toe with German heavies. They were intended to be exploitative vehicles. All would be broken in line, and the Shermans would pull through to exploit that. For that reason, they were never terribly heavily armoured. There was another reason as well. The Americans realised that any tank that they built would have to be shipped overseas. And that meant that 30 tons was more or less the kind of sweet spot. It really couldn't be much heavier than 30 tons, otherwise it would be very difficult to ship over in things like Liberty ships and what have you. For that reason, perhaps, the Sherman got a bit of bad press. You'll see the Sherman referred to the British with dark humour called them Ronsons, because at the time there was an advertisement in the newspapers for Ronson cigarette lighters, which said the Ronson lights first time, every time. And that was taken into Now, you can see now a number of different Shermans. On the whole, the main difference between them is the engine they've got to the right. Just about every sizable engineering company in America was turned out to be producing armaments as soon as America knew it was going to enter the war.
Yeah.
Those factories didn't have access necessarily to the same engine, so different factories produce different Shermans with different engines. First thing you can see here, the M4A2. The engine you can hear. Well, we've got twin Detroit diesels in the back there pushing around. When you recognise that one, of course, that's that famous Bovington tank Fury.
Oh yeah.
Next one coming up here is the M4A4. And he's got a siren, ladies and gentlemen. This was the most commonly used tank by the British and has the famous or infamous Chrysler multi-bank engine in there. We now have a couple of very important vehicles. One you can see with music before, the M50 and the M51. I'm going to say nothing about those because my colleague Stuart's going to talk about those in a moment or two.
The M50 and the M51. Both of these are Israeli.
The Americans had simply made the A1 and moved on to the A2 and the A3 and then the A4. So they were all pretty much being made at the same time. Modifications were made throughout the life of the tank. So for instance, you'll notice two distinct types of suspension on these vehicles. One is called a vertical volute suspension and the other one is a horizontal volute suspension. So a VVSS and an HVSS. The HVSS is the more modern of the two, and that was often retrofitted to pre-existing vehicles. Equally, the guns differ slightly. Fairly obviously, the last two have not got bigger guns than the previous one. But the main gun on the Sherman M4 was an adequate 75mm. When they were first used by the British and by Army in 1942, that was the M4A1. That 75mm gun was as good as anything the Germans. Shermans used the Sherman the Germans. Prior to that, we used the M3 guns. The tank itself apparently was one of Poland's least favouring vehicles because it did allow the British to use that war. The 75mm gun in the holders there. When the Sherman came out, it did prove very, very effective. So, let's have a look at what we've got here. Pretty much in the order that we've got them. M4A2. This is the one with the double diesels in the back there. Our particular version here, Fury, became Fury because it had been adapted, it had been retrofitted, as I was saying. Originally, the A2 would not have had the horizontal volume suspension, and it wouldn't have had the 76mm gun you can see on there. Right? These things were fitted retrospectively. The suspension gave a much better ride, and the gun was much more capable of dealing with heavy terrain. Supposed to be built, but we could give them an A2, an Easy 8 would have been an A3. We could give them an A2, which looked like an Easy 8. Now, the next one up on the mini book there is the A4. This is the one that most Brits went to war in. In the back there, it's got the Chrysler multi-back engine. That is 5 car engines bolted together around a single drive shaft. 30 cylinders. Now, if that sounds complicated, it's because it is. The Americans didn't really like it very much. It became the basis of their lease. The Brits, on the other hand, quite liked it. You can tell multi-bank engine Sherman, if you're really, really good, because it is actually slightly longer than the standard size. Now, that was longer because of multi-bank. The Sherman hole because the initial engine that put into it was an aircraft engine. Now, David was talking a moment or two ago about the use of aircraft engines, and mostly the Meteor in the British tanks. Early aircraft engines, as used in tanks, tended to be vertical radials, so you needed to have some depth there with your engine compartment to actually fit the engine in there. That explains why originally the Grant tank, subsequently the Sherman tank, is actually quite high off the ground. It's to get that radial engine there in the back. Now, was it a Tommy Hooker? Shortly after the war, the British did a survey looking at casualties in tanks and came to the conclusion you were no more likely to be killed in a Sherman than you were in any other Allied tank. By improving ammunition storage and what we have here is the M50 in the blue, and behind it the M51, the Super Shermans. So basically, what you have after World War II is, in 1948-49, basically Israel was fighting for its independence. It is using existing Shermans that they can get hold of. They get hold of about 30 from scrapyards, obsolete sources, this type of thing. And they're fighting against the Arab states, Egypt, Syria, these types of countries, and basically fighting for survival. And the Syrians and Egyptians are also using Shermans, they're using Panzer IVs, etc. And so it's quite a battle of obsolete tanks. After this war of independence and the state of Israel being formed, they start to look at what types of tanks they can get for themselves. And what they start to see is that it's better to focus on one type of tank. So they focus really on Sherman, and they're looking effectively making sure that they can basically maintain and logistically supply them. So what they start to look for is they start to look to see if they can do what happened with the firecraft. They realise that the Egyptians and the Arab states are getting better models, they're getting the T-34-85, they're getting SU-100s, and so they're looking to get hold of a gun that they can put into this tank. So the French, who are developing the AMX-13, basically have got a new design of the
Panthers gun, the L70 off of there, and they're going to put that in the AMX-13. So it's a 75mm gun, a 7.5cm gun that they're developing. Now, Israel is stopped from buying new tanks, and the Soviet Union are supplying the Arab states with these obsolete tanks or tanks to the actual Arab states. And so basically the Israelis and French get together because the French are not happy with Egypt supporting the Algerians in the French-Algerian war. And basically they looked to put this 75mm gun, what they call the CN 7550, into that turret. To do that, they have to take the rear off of the turret. So the back of the turret, they have to take that off and basically stretch it and work parts in place. They also have to put lead at the bottom of that turret in the middle to basically make sure that the actual turret can turn on a slope so the gun is balanced.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of dust.
They're fitting that gun into that turret, and that's what they're trying to do. It's an M4A4 hull with a turret hole. It was actually given to the French. This is a particular model, post-war period. Basically, that's what they do. They make a manual loadout with that 75mm gun. It works very well in the 1956 war, in October 1956. November 1956, it works very well around the time of Suez. But the M51 is needed because what happens is the Arab states start to get hold of T-54s, T-55s and IS-3s. And that 75mm gun won't penetrate them. So what they do is they look again to the French and they see that they're doing the AMX-30. And with this AMX-30 is this 105mm gun. And this gun can basically, they're looking to put this gun into the Sherman. So they pick the M4A1 hull and the 1023 turret because it's got a lot more moving. And they do what they did with the M50. They chop the rear off on the actual turret. Basically, these are make it longer. If you look at the back of these two turret boxes, you can see why. Really, it's all about the fitting inside that turret. What they've done as well is put a shot in the barrel for 1.5 litres. They added a double barrel baffle muzzle brake on it. They reduced the chamber size and they fitted that in. What they're also doing is they're strengthening the shields and the man nuts at the front. The other thing they have to do with the 105 gun is basically you've got a problem. That's a rifle gun. The best ammunition they've got for it is the heat. High explosive anti-tank round with a shaped charge on it. What you can't really do with shaped charges is have them spinning, otherwise the process doesn't work properly. So what they came up with was a gyro stabiliser on the round. This is the French, and that's made up of 4 bearings. It goes round the actual race, goes round the actual ammunition, and allows it to fit in the rifle in, so when it comes out of the actual gun, it goes straight towards the target without spinning. And it hits the target and allows the shaped charge to actually penetrate the round. So that's what they had to do as well. So very interesting processes. They've got smoke discharges on them, they've got the 50,000 watt on them, they've got the upgrade as well from the BVS, the suspension system, HVSS suspension systems. This gave them much better quality of driving around because when you went with the M50 you went up from 32 to 34 tonnes, and when you went to the M51 you went up from 32 to 39 tonnes, so it's going to hit on your mobility, and they're both going to be using the radial engine, and that radial engine is going to start to suffer at that time. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen, that bit about the Shermans both during World War II and in the post-war period. And we're now going to hold over to Steve.
Thank you very much indeed. Stuart Wheeler and Tim Broad.